You want to improve your self esteem? Well, you are at the right place. Self esteem is something that I personally struggle with, and I'm happy to share with some of the tips and tricks with you to improve your self esteem, boost that self esteem. Let's start with the definition. What does it really mean? That helps us to identify and become aware of it. So, self esteem is your emotional attitude or judgment towards yourself. How you feel about yourself on an emotional level. That is self esteem in a nutshell. Now, how can we boost this self esteem? Two tips for you today. Number one comes from Bruce Lee. He is someone who had a very, very, very strong self esteem. Now, what he said was, I'm not living in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not living in this world to live up to mine. I'm going to repeat that just for the sake of emphasis. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not living in this world to live up to mine. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are certain standards, there's certain ways, there's certain value systems, ethics, morality. There are things that should be there. But we get too carried away with what other people think about ourselves and how we perceive that from our self-esteem. So someone else has achieved XYZ. If you haven't achieved XYZ, how would you feel about that? Would that make you upset? That is self-esteem. So just think about it. You're not living this world to live up to someone else's expectations. You are living this world to live up to your standards. So just be clear on what your standards are and live up to those standards. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. We're all improving. We're all on that path. But just have that self-compassion towards yourself and say, look, I'm not here to meet anyone else's expectations. I'm here to meet my standards and expectations. By that, you eliminate all these things about what other people worry about you or what you think other people are worrying about you. And this can manifest in different forms. Like, let's say you are out on the street and you're waiting for a bus, a train, or you're just waiting to meet a friend. What do? You might just pick up your phone and start scrolling through it on your social media, or just to waste your time. Why would you do this? Because you're thinking that someone else is looking at you or judging you, saying, oh, what's that person doing by himself or herself? Whereas that is not the case. People have their own problems to worry about and they're just going about with their business. No one's really bothered about you standing somewhere waiting for a friend. So just think about those moments. Do you catch yourself doing that? Just don't do it. Don't worry about it. Just embrace being by yourself, waiting for someone, and just observe what's going around you. Do something that's sort of maybe even reflecting, and it's fun to observe people. So it's getting your head around that mind frame, really, that you're not living this world to live up to someone else's expectations. You're living this world to live up to yours. Okay, number 2. Ask yourself this question. What problem do I have right now? What problem do I have right now? I'm not talking about the bills you've got to pay. I'm not talking about that assignment you've got to finish. I'm not talking about those pile of emails that you got to read through. I'm talking about right now, in this very moment. You are watching this through a device of some sort. You're probably standing or sitting down. You've got a roof on your head, or you might be out and about. You get the point. There is nothing to worry about in this very moment. I mean, you detach yourself from the past and the future, just the now. There's nothing to worry about. So it's another trick, a hack, just to bring yourself into the present moment so that you're not worried about this or that. That will certainly complement and boost your self-esteem. So that's number 2. I'm gonna throw in another one, a bonus, just because you've been watching this up to this point. This is a little thing that you tell yourself, a self-talk. It's something you trick your mind to. It's on the borderline of cockiness, but hey, it works. This is how it goes. I am not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. I'm just going to repeat that just for the sake of emphasis and because it's a bit of a mind twister. I am not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. Just dwell on it. Just contemplate on that for a moment. Remember that line, that phrase, that quote, whatever you want to call it. Just remember it and then just bring it back into your mind whenever you catch yourself going through that state of where you lack that little bit of self-esteem. Just bring that back into your mind and you'll find that self-esteem just boost. Okay, those are the 3 methods. Bruce Lee, Power of Now, Staying in This Moment, and what I just mentioned, I am what you think I am. Okay, and the other thing that I just want to mention about self-esteem is, as Dan Pena says, the more self-esteem you give others, the more self-esteem you have. So any opportunities to give back to your friends, peers, colleagues, anyone for that matter, through even YouTube videos, the more self-esteem you give others, the more self-esteem you have. And it just keeps growing and growing, keeps getting better. You cultivate that and it just becomes stronger and stronger. And it's great. You'll find it having amazing, drastic effects on your life. That's it from me today about self-esteem. Go there, take action, and boost that self-esteem. Share this with your friends, family, anyone who you think will find this very useful. Share this, send them a link, and I'm sure they'll find this as useful as you did. Until next time, see ya.